The first reading is a reading from the first letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians. Brothers and sisters, the Spirit scrutinizes everything, even the depths of God. Among men, who knows what pertains to the man except his spirit that is within? Similarly, no one knows what pertains to God except the Spirit of God. We have not received the spirit of the world, but the Spirit who is from God, so that we may understand the things freely given us by God. And we speak about them not with words taught by human wisdom, but with the words taught by the Spirit, describing spiritual realities in spiritual terms. Now the natural man does not accept what pertains to the Spirit of God, for to him it is foolishness, and he cannot understand it, because it is judged spiritually. The one who is spiritual, however, can judge everything, but is not subject to judgment by anyone. For who has known the mind of the Lord so as to counsel him? But we have the mind of Christ. The word of the Lord. The Lord is just in all his ways. The Lord is just in all his ways. The Lord is gracious and merciful, slow to anger and of great kindness. The Lord is good to all and compassionate toward all his works. The Lord is just in all his ways. Let your works give you thanks, O Lord, and let your faithful ones bless you. Let them discourse of the glory of your kingdom and speak of your might. The Lord is just in all his ways, making known to men your might and the glorious splendor of your kingdom. Your kingdom is a kingdom for all ages, and your dominion endures through all generations. The Lord is just in all his ways. The Lord is faithful in all his works, and holy in all his works. The Lord lifts up all who are falling, and raises up all who are bowed down. The Lord is just in all his ways. My brothers and sisters, may our Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke. Jesus went down to Capernaum, a town of Galilee. He taught them on the Sabbath, and they were astonished at his teaching because he spoke with authority. In the synagogue there was a man with a spirit of an unclean demon. And he cried out in a loud voice, "What have you to do with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." And Jesus rebuked him and said, "Be quiet, come out of him." Then the demon threw the man down in front of them and came out of him without doing him any harm. And they were all amazed and said to one another, "What is there about his word? For with authority and power he commands the unclean spirits, and they come out." And news of him spread everywhere in the surrounding region. The Gospel of the Lord. And so today we see Jesus taking authority over demons. And all of us, in one way or another, have stuff in our hearts and our lives that is not from God. And we always need to submit that to the authority of Jesus. I always think, again, I always go back to St. Philip Neri. St. Philip says, "Lord, this is Philip. Remember, don't trust Philip." You know that there's things in us that we got to make sure that we allow the Lord to cast out. Sometimes it's our thoughts. It's our thoughts that betray us. And in the first reading, we talk about we should have the mind of Christ. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't always have the mind of Christ. I have the mind of Larry too often. And so I got to submit that to Jesus, and Jesus say, "Be quiet. Get out of him." That got to be thrown out of me. There got to be that selfishness. Be quiet, thrown out of him. Get out of him. Or get out of her. Whatever it is in our life that is not of God, that doesn't keep us in the mind of God, in the action of God, in the person of Jesus Christ, we've got to submit that to him today and say, "Jesus, get rid of it. Get this out of my heart, out of my life." And he will, because he has authority to do so. But you got to make sure that you and I submit our authority to his authority so he can get rid of anything in our life that's not from him. May you know his love today and forever. Amen. Let us stand and